Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles with one purpose only: to help individuals all across the globe of all walks of life with their manifestation, dreams, and goals. True story. All the information from me is below. The way that my coaching is different from anybody else out there is that it is a deep dive, and it has been constructed by me throughout the last 15 years of my own journey. 15 years ago, I took my own deep dive. No coach resonated with me, and that's why I did it alone. However, out of that experience came out all the goodies, all the golden nuggets that definitely work, which I've incorporated into my coaching program, which called the Signature Coaching Program, all right, of which I recommend 2 to 3 months in it. We process your mama drama panorama, which is the history, all the incidents that currently still reside energetically within your life and within your mind, which you need to part with, process the emotions and part with that, reinterpret it, and rebuild your confidence. This is what most people struggle with when it has to do with SPs, is the confidence. Somewhere along the way, somebody convinced you that you're now good, you're not good enough, you're not that enough, you're not this enough. But reality is you are a golden Buddha, which is a reference to the most perfect, pristine version of you. You already are that person. Make no mistake. Don't let anybody convince you. It's your mind that you need to really just rework and revamp all of those belief systems, which we also rework and rewrite in my coaching. And I basically, towards the end of the coaching, I set you up with everything in your life. It's not just SP related. I've helped people quit their jobs, their boring jobs, for something that they really wanted to do. I've helped people do innumerable things, set up their new businesses, etc., etc. But essentially, all areas of your life have to be addressed: the money, the living situation that you might be displeased currently with, and of course, what you do for a living colors your world, and which is why it's so important to do exactly what you want for a living, to go back to your authentic version of self. So this is, in a nutshell, it's a very deep, it's a very intricate and very detail-oriented process. I have never heard of such a thing before I came to YouTube 3 years ago. My predecessor channel is linked directly below. You can watch all the plethora of my work on that channel. But this is a new channel because that channel, even though it accumulated something like 22,000 subscribers, developed technological issues because of the incessant hater bombardment, like for over a year. So we started this new channel. And by we, I mean me, myself, and I. Me and my spirit squad, don't you know? So big thumbs up and big subscribe. If you're new, you truly are going to learn a lot on this channel. Now, parenthesis here, I was truly inspired this morning to post and to offer you this offering for the Valentine's Day, from starting today until Valentine's Day, which is the 14th of February. I've created this offer, which is what I decided is I'm going to book clients 2 or 3 months at a time. This will facilitate my schedule, but also will facilitate for you to be locked into a program that will definitely make a difference and that will produce results. Booking 1 month here and there is just, you know what, it's purposeless. If you're in it, you're in it. You might as well do it the right way. And so for those of you lovely lovebirds, okay, out there, I've created this. So when you're booking 2 months at a time, I will give, the first session is free. In other words, you book the session, and then we converse, we make sure we resonate with each other, unless you're so sure after examining my material that you definitely resonate with my style of teaching, style of coaching, my personality. The session is free, and then you get a discount for both months. Okay. Now, parenthesis here really quick. I already got a lot of responses. So it's like first come, first serve because I'm only one person. So if you're interested in this, I would recommend to lock this in, even though maybe you cannot start right away because of other people, lock this in while the offer is still going. Okay. So what you will get, my regular rate is $32.50 per month for the signature coaching program. You will get it for $29.50, which is my old going rate. So for 2 months, it will be, instead of 6,700, roughly $6,800. You will go from that to $5,600. That's like $1,300 discount. If you're doing it for 3 months, it's even more of a discount. The session also is free. From $10,000, $45, you're going to $8,500. So it's quite a bit of a discount. And again, each package includes 12 sessions. If for whatever reason down the line we don't feel like doing it 3 times per week, you still have those sessions. We can spread them out. Okay, I hope this all makes sense. Now, this isn't available through my website. You're going to have to reach out to me directly so that I can send you the link. Okay, minus the session and minus the discount. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, the email is below. And again, of course, if you're new, and this goes for everybody, the new ones, the new clients and the existing clients, okay, you can definitely take advantage of it through February 14th. And like I said, first come, first serve. All right, I might get booked up and you might not have a chance, so just jump on it today is what it is. Okay, and so the coaching agreement for those new ones, please print it, sign your name, print your name, and print the date, and then scan the document. You can even do it with your iPhone these days, so no excuses as far as that goes, and send it back to me via email. That's the only way I will accept it. No photos, no nothing. This is a legal document. Please treat it, responsibly. All right. If you have any questions, please email me. So the topic of today is how to make them lose their mind for you. Somebody comment if you can hear me loud and clear before I continue. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think we can hear me, but somebody comment just to make sure. Okay. How to make them lose their mind. Okay, so the reason you're here is clear. Okay. They're not losing their mind over you. They're somewhere else with somebody else, doing something else, maybe ghosting you, not behaving the way that you want them to, etc., etc., etc. The reason this is so simple, and I'm going to cover all my notes, I have a tremendous lot of them, is because you conduct your universe from the headquarters of your mind. And in that sense, running around, chasing, obsessing over 3D, obsessing over 3P, okay, that lives only in your imagination, is a colossal waste of time. And a colossal waste of emotions, mind you. The emotions, the stress, and all of this is not for free. It goes into other departments of your life. So you really need to preserve yourself and be wise and be intelligent in this situation. Now, I know it's very tempting that if you don't have your mama drama panorama processed, you might be tempted, even with the slightest suggestion, with the slightest so-called trigger, to go into the Never Never Land. But let me tell you something. If you're doing this right now, there will be no end to how somebody, not even your SP, everybody around you can trigger you. So the main topic here is you bringing back your power. The people, the so-called people, the actors of your life, they're hirees, they're employees, and people need governing. And the only way that you will govern them, your SP included, obviously, and of course, is with confidence, not with arguments, not in trying to convince or chasing them, but with confidence, with consistency, and with telepathy. The only thing that you really need to get a hold of is your mind, because your mind can orchestrate such incredible things. In other words, instead of using it against yourself, instead of using it like, oh my God, they're with third party and I'm going to have a cry over here or get upset, etc., etc., you're going to start reworking this. Because if emotionally you're still reacting, if emotionally this energy is still present right now as I'm talking to you, as you're listening to me, if it's still present, that you get jealous, that you get triggered, that your mood, as it were, can shift from jolly, happy, momentarily to all of a sudden, like in the dumpsters you go, you're not empowered. And the only one who's going to take the power and is entitled to take the power back is you, my darling. So the confidence in what? Okay. Now, I have it in my notes. Flip that switch to confidence. And already I hear the voices of yours. Yeah, that's easy for you to say, Anna, because you're confident and you worked on your confidence. That is true. But you know where you can start to look for your confidence is in the fact that, number one, this is your reality. Number two, that you can make a decision. Okay. And that decision, just like you're making a decision to get upset right now and get yourself carried away with the mama drama panorama, in the same manner, you can start making decisions that, you know what, the whole world reacts to me. Okay, I'm no longer reacting to the world. The whole world reacts to me, my SP fucking included. If I'm looking for confidence in all the wrong places, like look at this, the third party, look at this situation, no go. But if I go back to square one, meaning to the drawing board, and I start looking for confidence, where do I find it? I haven't made that decision that this SP is losing their mind over me. Perhaps I'm too involved with Mama Drama Panorama and paying the fuck attention to what is going on. In other words, if energetically the coloring, the makeup of my energy as I'm walking around is still, I'm giving the power away to my SP, I'm giving the power over to the third party or whoever, they have just become my God. But wait a minute, there's only one God in your reality, and that is you. And so, in order to take the reins back into your hands, you're going to have to start making decisions. And two components will start becoming into play here, very kind of like instrumentally. The knowing of it, knowing that you're in charge, and the delusion of it. Now, the delusion, of course, is in ignoring what is going on right now. In other words, yes, the circumstance is as it is. They're with somebody else, they're ignoring you, they're ghosting you, the chupa chupa chu, they went with somebody else. That is the scenario right here, right now. But what if you suddenly just sat down and started making decisions of a different kind? Those are the decisions that are meant to blow over and be over there in the past. We are interested in the new version of reality where this guy is completely bananas over you. And the whole thing you can literally create in your mind. You don't need to beg and plead. You don't need to suffer. It's your own decision. Sometimes I find people don't make these decisions what they really want. They're too busy reacting to shit. Okay? So the emotion behind this relationship right now, and even though you might not be technically in a relationship, you're still in a relationship with this person because you're quantum entangled. So examine the emotion behind this relationship. Is it worry? Is it angst? Is it suffering? Is it poor me? Is it all of those things that you basically do not want, and you feel horrible when you're thinking about this person? Okay, this is exactly what needs to change. Meaning, whatever they've done, unless they were abusive, that doesn't apply. Whatever they said, however they behaved, whatever you think that it means, it needs to be worked through, examined, processed, and left behind and interpreted somehow in your favor. And yes, it's possible. I've done this, I mean, so many times in my coaching that it's kind of like, it's a blur at this point. And yes, it's possible. Listen, I've worked with people even who've been molested in their childhood, and it's possible to rework the memories. No, the memories don't go away. It's not that. It's not that you're going to develop amnesia, but you can soften the memories and start interpreting it differently. Even, let's just say it's your case that you've been molested in your childhood, and I've had cases like that, men and women alike. It could very well mean that you went through this experience to empower others. I mean, I have coaches, I've coached coaches like that. Okay, there's always a destination, and there's always a destiny in that sense, destination for your life even in that situation that was completely horrible. But to rework all this, even in this relationship. So look at this. The emotion currently behind this relationship, in quotations, because technically you might not be, or maybe you are, okay? Whatever the emotion is, and you and only you can answer for yourself right now. Like, what is the emotion currently of this relationship? Is it anger? Is it angst? Is it this injustice? Okay? Is it like, I can't believe they chose the third party? You see how now you're energetically charged. I could just feel it from over here. Okay, your energy. This is what needs to change. And this, nobody will help you other than perhaps a coach, all right? Or maybe a therapist, okay? And you cannot be in therapy and be in my coaching. Parenthesis here, it's in my coaching agreement. Just for your own sake, darling, because it's just one has nothing to do with the other. As a coach, I'm very direct, very truthful, absolutely not rude, just really truthful to help you. In order to help, the reality is somebody needs to be honest with you to snap you out of your cycle. But never have I ever disrespected my clients. That's absolutely untrue. Reddit has a lot of haters who really misinformed a bunch of people about me, and we're going to take care of it, don't you know? So now that I'm my own lawyer, more about that later. Hari har har. You had a little good fun there, didn't you? But I think only stupid people would have bought into that. Otherwise, the intelligent people, they pay attention. They have eyes, they have their own mind. They can't be manipulated. Okay, so people are to be governed, okay? In your life, you need to make decisions. Who is going to do what? If you're letting it play out just however, okay, it's no go. This right now is however. If you want them to start losing their mind over you, but I mean losing their mind, and it won't make any sense. It's the same person, okay? Physically, it's not going to be the same person anymore. If you just sit down in a still quiet room, okay, and you pulled out a little piece of paper, like we use, sorry, I'm going to show you index cards a lot in my coaching. And if you're coming into my coaching, better get those from Staples. Those are really powerful cards. They're little cards. But if you just wrote down, and I'm going to help you, I also teach energy work, which is what is mandatory for every human under the sun to know how to do this, to make their life easier. And you just started to decide emotionally, you're choosing a different vibration, a different idea. Some of you right now sitting here or watching me, whatever it is you're doing, you can't even tap into this reality because you haven't made that decision. You haven't allowed yourself to tap in what it would be like for them to go gaga. Like, how would they even behave? Like, what would they even do? Maybe you've never fucking experienced this with anybody, but so what? There's a first for everything. But just so long as you yourself connect to this idea, you know what, that guy, I don't give a fuck if he has three third parties, okay? I don't give a fuck what the situation is. He may be, or he or she may be on the fucking moon. Your telepathy will solve it all. So just like in quiet, still room, you can sit down and write down your desires. Now, here's the deal. And this, I feel, what separates people who are really successful with scripting and who are just, I'm sorry, but not, okay? People who are really successful with scripting, they script in a way where it arouses emotions out of them. So you may be completely desperate today and completely distraught, and this is the emotion. So then start slow. If you can't buy into marriage and then being gaga over, you start a little bit small. Maybe it's so tiny that, you know what, they want to talk to me again. They are curious about how I'm doing. So tiny, but it's in the right direction. But before you know it, you're going to melt this iceberg between the two of you. Meanwhile, you're melting the iceberg within yourself. So it's impossible to move another if you're not moved yourself. So the scripters that are successful, they write in a way, and again, I can teach you this in coaching one-on-one, only is that possible, writing with the words that genuinely, sincerely evoke an emotion out of you, even though at the moment it is not believable. Meaning, like, if you compare notes with the reality, right now it doesn't match. But can you tap in emotionally into this feeling like, whoa, they're really gaga for me? Like, almost bordering on, like, this is what I wanted to experience when I was, I don't know, in my teens, etc. You know, like a lot of you, I come from a home with a narcissistic parent, and you know how that shit goes. You know, no attention, everything's your fucking fault, and I don't need to tell you. I wanted to be loved like a lot of you. I wanted to experience that gaga shit, you know what I mean? And so the first, I mean, and it was like serendipity, almost like around 15, I would say, yes, some around there, you know, 15 years old. My grandma and I, just so happened, we had this conversation. And my grandma was not a witch. Relax, everybody, all the haters, and not that I give a shit what they think. She basically used those she was a scripter, she was a manifester, okay? But just she would tell me, like, if you write something down with deliberate energy, with deliberate emotion, it will come true, but don't fucking play with it, okay? And I had no fucking idea. I've been writing stories up until then, since like age 11 or 12, okay? And so I experimented on it, and my life had transformed, like, from zero to hero. Okay, in the dating, I've been dumped before, you know, all these stories about the boy preferring another person, another girl, a dooba dooba doo. But all of that fucking changed when I turned 15. Now, the quality of the people, you know, that's another story for another time. But the fact that it worked because I changed my mind, how powerful I could be. Now, granted, again, parenthesis here, my grandma kind of like inspired me because, well, if my grandmother says that this is powerful, absolutely it is powerful. And I think this is the other component. It's not enough to write shit down. It's not enough to make a decision. Like these days, I sometimes don't even write stuff down. I just make a decision lightheartedly under my breath, and so it goes, kind of deal. And then whenever I'll get to it, I write out specifics. But if you, in a desperate situation or whatever kind of situation, you know, not so comfortable situation, let's just say, okay, and I sympathize more than I can say, which is why I do what I do here, to inspire you and really give you not false hope, but a definite fucking promise. And those who will listen and those who will believe will prosper. I mean, in this department, like beyond, it will be a sneeze for you. Like I'm telling you. So it's not enough to write down, but as you're writing down, not only the words, they have to evoke a feeling out of you, but also this piece of paper has to represent real the law of the land, the law of your land, this is a definitive kind of it. There's power in words, and there's power within your ability to write down and decide. And you have to know that just like you decided, okay, unconsciously, based on your mama drama panorama, that they will go with the third party, and all of this came true or not, you were afraid of it, you were dreading it, you were thinking about it, dupa dupa doo, and then boom, it happened. Okay, well, it took a while for this to happen, right or wrong again? Yes, because the universe is benevolent. Now, let's reverse engineer and put the power back in your hands and now use it with laser sharp focus, okay, and see what's going to happen. And that's the other knowing. Okay, knowing and delusion, those two key components, like basically paying attention to what you want to pay attention, and then imbue it with the feeling of knowing. What is knowing? It's just like I know my name. It's just like I know that I'm in New York City. Okay, it's just like I know I'm wearing this red dress for to inspire you to be jolly for Valentine's Day or something. Okay, it's just like I breathe the air. It's just like I know I'm alive in this reality. This is the knowing. This is the level to which to bring your manifestation in your mind. In your mind. Nothing changed on the outside. They haven't gone gaga over you, but you already feeling like with this knowing, this feeling will come over you like, holy shit, bananas. This would be amazing. Okay, this would be amazing if somebody started losing their shit over me. And believe me, when I was a teenager, it was really fucking fun. Okay, all of a sudden, my first boyfriend in particular, and I've spoken about him, like totally started losing his shit. Like over me, like really jealous, really this, really that, telling me what to wear, what not to wear. Of course, I didn't listen to any of it. But the thing is, again, use this wisely. If you're not going to come into coaching, be mindful that with power, your energy, your soul's power, if you don't get rid of some fears and some insecurities that might come along with you and be amplified for you to get rid of them, for you to work them out. Okay, this is how benevolent the universe is again. Okay, so what you're going to decide is on a different reality. And yes, it's possible to jump into it today. As long as you're convinced in your mind and you can access this reality in feeling, like how would it be for you? Like you've tried and cried and lost sleep over this person and did this, that, and the other, and chased, maybe begged, or whatever you did, and all of that didn't work. Why don't we toss all of this trying shit in the garbage? Okay, and ease yourself into these very simple but elegant principles. Okay, what reality do I want to be a part of? Well, what is your tonality again? As I always say, the tonality of how I am vibrating. Am I coming in to this manifestation, this selection of a different timeline or parallel reality with a brand new me? Because it's going to mirror right back to me. Okay, what is my tonality? And if it isn't what I want, then how do I change it to mimic this reality in which I want to be? Now, you're going to have to mimic it internally and externally, right? So it's not enough, like I always say, hey, how would the new person, the new version of you, if they knew that person is gaga, like at a distance, you knowing that this person is gaga for you makes them gaga for you. Okay, immediately, just immediately, in the minute that it clicks in your mind that they could be gaga for you, and it doesn't have to make any sense. Don't try to make logic out of it. Don't try to, nothing has to happen other than you purposely making a decision to jump into another parallel timeline. That's it. I've done it so many different ways with SPs, with business, with personal affairs, just under my breath. Angels help me quantum leap into this such and such and such reality. Sometimes I didn't have to even write it down. But of course it helps to write it down and to follow through, meaning like to watch the manifestation come true for you so that you can congratulate yourself later. Okay? So overwhelming your consciousness with this new reality, even though you don't know yet what is happening over there, you have to be so convinced yourself. Like if I before was not making a decision and was sitting here miserable, and that misery got out pictured. So the same recipe follows then, that if I am so self-assured and I bring myself through whatever, through meditation, through your favorite practices, whatever that happens to be, into this state, okay, as you guys like, the Neville Goddard lovers of it, into this feeling, into this emotion, like I have nothing to worry about. Everything just changed because I changed my mind about what kind of reality I want to be in. Don't you know you've just literally went into another reality where this guy or girl is gaga for you? And it's going to, as long as you remain there, they will remain gaga for you. So you have to watch it. Like, what are you paying attention? What are you letting in into your precious mind? Okay. So flipping that switch to confidence is this: motherfucker, I'm in charge here. This is my reality and this is my honey. Yes, just because I said so. And I feel like a lot of people, they struggle with this because, again, the people pleasers of the world, your parent or your mother, father, whoever told you, hey, no, everything does not go to plan. Things get fucked up and all this shit. No, actually things do get do go according to plan if you do have a plan. Maybe that's their story, their regurgitation of their bullshit. You're not interested in that, okay? So leaving behind everything, like literally nothing else comes with you other than this guy's in love with me or this girl is in love with me. The third party doesn't exist. They have no fucking say in the situation. They're not more powerful than me. I am the one with the say. Hell, I invited that fucking third party with my fucking insecurities, okay? And now I'm just as securely as I was insecure before. I'm going to uninvite that bitch or that whatever asshole, okay? And be like, sayonara, thank you for playing your role. Have a nice day, kind of situation. And really thank the third party. I mean, listen, it's all part of the plan for you to really grow up here and start commanding your reality. So in that sense, the third party really did help you. And so when you leave everything else out and just leave the stuff that you really love, leave the stuff that you really love about this person, leave the stuff that you really want, leave the stuff that you really want to experience, and delusional as shit, go into that world. Because my darling, you're not delusional. I have news for you. Delusional only in reference to the old reality that you're occupying right now. It's delusional for that reality. For the new reality, it's no delusion at all. It is the new fucking reality. In that reality, it is law that you get that guy, or this guy is already yours, man. You just haven't claimed him or her. Okay? That kind of. So when you're zeroing in and you refuse, and that again requires consistency. So just like I said in the beginning, confidence, consistency, telepathy. You don't need anybody. You just need your own discipline. Your own discipline is going to get you there. If your mind, your stubborn monkey mind that has to unlearn the old reality, brings you some news from social media, okay, try to avoid it. It's a waste of time. It's like social media, my ass. Could be so many interpretations. You can misinterpret things like very easily. Okay, so leave all of that behind. Pay attention only to what you want to see, and delusion as fuck, jump into that world and know my honey belongs to me. silly me, I was paying attention to the third party, the circumstances, the this, that, and the other, all of which is upsetting to me. Why the fuck am I going to pay attention to that? It has nothing to do with my new world where I'm going. The new world contains only the beautiful shit. Yes, it does. And yes, it is possible for you. Okay? So again, watch the emotion. The way to win this game is emotion, energy in motion, the energy work that you're going to do on yourself, being more forgiving of yourself. This is really important. And I really wanted to squeeze this in into this live because I keep wanting to mention it. Be forgiving of yourself. You guys are like 99% 0.99999% of my clients are fucking people pleasers. Okay, the other point, whatever, 99 zeros later, 1%, not people pleasers, not empaths, some kind of cuckoo birds. I don't know, it happens. So so for a people pleaser, it's very hard to forgive yourself because you've been blamed for so long in your life. Everything's your fault, just like I described the narcissistic mother's household, for instance. Any toxic person, they always project their blame onto you because it's uncomfortable for them to be held accountable for what they've actually done. So they project it onto you. And now you're going through life blaming yourself. Can you sit down and write a forgiveness letter for yourself? And if and when you'll come into my coaching, you will learn how to write a really powerful forgiveness letter. But as an example, just go, listen, you and I, meaning you and you, okay? Sometimes I address myself like this when I write things to me. You and I, we've been on this road for a long, long time, and I haven't been this kind to you. And I want to say I'm sorry. Fuck, I'm going to start crying. I want to say I'm sorry. You're so wonderful. You're so beautiful. You're so talented. Please forgive me for putting you through this bullshit. Please forgive me for butchering you with unkind thoughts. Please forgive me for allowing you to think that you're not good enough when you're this wonderful being, spreading light and joy. And I know, again, 99.99% of my clients and watchers and listeners are just absolutely exquisite people, just mind blowing. I'm really starstruck. You think you're starstruck? I am starstruck. So, forgiving yourself will take such a load off because I guarantee for a people pleaser, the programming is you're not good enough because X, Y, and Z. You're not perfect. Okay. But that is not the expectation. The expectation is to love yourself anyway. And perfection is not necessary. What really is necessary is to love yourself enough to offer yourself the forgiveness, the love, expecting a good reality, expecting out of people to be nice to you and yours be included, that they were an asshole to you or they left you behind or they chose the third party. That was, yes, your production, but don't blame yourself. It's just a reflection of what you thought about you. Isn't that interesting? When you start falling in love with yourself, not in a narcissistic sense, but in a very wholesome, humane way, like I love myself, I'm okay, everything's okay, I don't need to terrorize myself with bad thoughts, and really just ground yourself in this understanding, a lot of things are going to start going your way. And when you start loving yourself like this, your SP will fall madly in love with you because you're no longer seeking fault with yourself, because you're no longer saying, oh yeah, they're over there with the third party because I'm not good enough. Oh yeah, they're over there ghosting me because I'm not good enough. They're not wild about me because I have all these flaws. If you change nothing today, like I always say, you can sit in bed unshowered, not brush your teeth, nothing has to change, but your mind changed, everything will change. The only mind that has to get convinced, again, you're operating this reality from the headquarters of your mind, excuse me, you don't need to go anywhere, convince anybody. You don't need to manipulate anything other than sit quietly at your drawing room or whatever, back to your drawing board you go and sit quietly and exercise your power, whatever gets you there. Again, meditation, music, I have different ways of getting you there. And through getting to know you, I will explain this to you. What really does it, it's not, if you're trying too hard, it's not the way to go. You need to relax into it. You need to understand no one's against you. No one's taking anything away from you. Okay? It's you and you and you. It's this reality, this guy or girl, they're already yours. They've been yours. You're just trying to figure out how to give it to yourself. And it's not until such time that you relax a second and stop like tormenting yourself with these thoughts and saying these things about yourself internally and justifying their behavior or expecting further behavior like that. It's not until such time that that goes that they will automatically change. And then on a blank canvas like this, once the shit show party goes, you can really create something magnificent, something authentic, something that you perhaps at first blush will be really taken aback. Okay, meaning like, whoa, this is too good. No, it's not too good. This is the regular programming. Okay, you need to change the TV station. Excuse me. White peach. Oh, and I have another one. Sorry, I really wanted to. Only on Saturdays. Sorry, wild berries. Oh, I already showed you this one. So good, but only on Saturdays. Sorry, little little advertisement for Red Bull as if they need it. Anyway, you guys can comment at any point if you got any questions. So, write a forgiveness letter to yourself and be genuine and cry. You know, there's a lot of letting go happening even physiologically, sure, but in on a level of belief systems. You know, Bashar says this, channeled by excuse me, Daryl Anka, when you cry with your tears, the elements of those beliefs upstairs, they get washed out, literally, physically. Okay, so when you're crying, you're letting go of a lot of sadness, and it's grief for unfulfilled dream life. But you deserve this dream life now. So letting go of this old you, who you see as non-deserving, who you see as deserving this shit versus the beautiful shit, this old person, it needs to go. You really need to let go of this idea of you, because everybody around you, yours be included, by the way, they see the real beautiful you. And for the life of them, they cannot understand why would you be so cruel to yourself. I'm speaking from experience, okay? Some people, until took my deep dive when I was 29. And I've encountered really nice gentlemen, you know, when I was dating until in my 20s. And they would tell me, listen, why are you your own worst enemy? You're starting a drama where there is none. And that's so true. But I couldn't function any other way. I was always looking for drama because my mind was addicted to drama. So that's the expectation level. This is a negotiation, not necessarily a negotiation, but you're going to have to train yourself to say no to drama. I don't want to go there. I want to be over here in bliss. Like, other people can start drama, fucking enjoy that shit, you know? Enjoy the repercussions of it. I no longer want to participate. I want to be in the world where everything works out to my benefit and everything works out for me. And if you, again, I know the inner workings of a mind of somebody who was either traumatized, lived in a toxic environment growing up. At first blush, you will feel like, oh, I don't deserve it. You do. You'll get used to it. Okay, you really, really will. So, hold on one second. Let me check my notes. Another thing that's really, really important that came to me when I was writing down my notes is that, again, going back to the kind of emotion that's currently coloring your relationship, if you're worried, if you're upset, that's the only program that you're inserting into this relationship. Take away the worry, and that goes for money or anything at all. You know, it does. I don't just coach with SPs, but it's just something that's really prevalent in a lot of people's lives, and I have experience with that. Take away the worry and replace it with bliss. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but as an example, right? How you feel about this relationship will change the relationship without the person doing anything. And I know this from my own experience. People that were completely diametrically opposed and opposed to me, okay, and in fact on the other side, like in lawsuits and business dealings, etc., came all the way to my end and in fact defended me, okay, in to their own parties or whatever, you know what I mean, to their kind of friends or on the other side of business dealings or lawsuits, etc. That's how much power you have if you insert love and compassion and good feelings, okay, and forgiveness into whatever they've done, whatever they said, whatever the situation is. Like, I have goosebumps all over my body right now. Magic and miracles will happen, will take place in your life, and it will seem like magic and miracles happen to them too. But you're the conductor, you're the orchestrator of your relationship, and it doesn't have to make any sense. How much sense does it make that this guy or girl ignored you or went with a third party and now all of a sudden they're glued to you? It doesn't have to make any sense. Are you here for the sense or to get your fucking shit? Or to get your guy or girl? It doesn't have to make any sense. You somehow stumbled into, kind of like unconsciously into this reality where nothing goes your way. How much fucking fun is it? Okay. Now, it doesn't, just uh, as much as it doesn't make any sense to never get your way, which is terrible, may I tell you. Now it doesn't have to make any sense for you to all of a sudden get your way every 5 fucking seconds, and especially in this relationship, which you deserve. And no, it's not narcissistic. It's what you came here to do, to get your way. I know it's like a novel idea for a lot of people, again, especially growing up in, toxic households, etc., etc., but you're supposed to get your way. You're supposed to feel good about yourself. It's not a taboo situation. I know it may feel taboo to you right now, but it ain't. That's the way you get what you want. Okay. Now, the thing is, here's the other personal care that you really need to watch. Remember, your body is an instrument, okay? It's an instrument of energies. So, when these thoughts come in of fear, of insecurity, oh, what's going to happen, like this future projecting, oh, maybe they will do this and they will do that, and just horror stories you're telling yourself, okay? Just notice that at that moment, the fears and insecurities are playing your very valuable instrument called your emotions, your body. Your body is the remote control. All the chakras, that's a remote control. Press the chakra and something happens, okay, in your life. If the chakra is not clean, you need to cleanse it, all that stuff. But the thing is, when you let the fears and insecurities play your instrument, garbage comes out. Okay? When you let love, excitement, and euphoria play your instrument and you're so exhilarated, just for no fucking reason. Okay? Why I drink Red Bull on Saturdays? Just because I love it. It makes me feel happy. Okay? Not necessarily for caffeine or sugar. It just tastes good. Whatever. Okay? Again, don't drink it every day, but certain things, they really inspire for no good reason. Right now, you can start feeling happy. Like, what inspires you? Just some stupid thing, okay? Like, spring is around the corner. It's fucking freezing in New York right now. Holy shit, is it freezing? Like, seriously, though? Oh my god. Anyway, it's like -1 at night. It's no longer the digits, it's like -1 or -2. Woo! And it's not Celsius. Oh my god, so scary. Anyway, but inside, I'm going to hear chirping birds. I'm going to see cherry blossoms. I'm going to see tulips. I'm going to see whatever, hydrangeas, this, that, and the other. Not hydrangeas, the other one. Anyway, you get it. That inspires me. And I want to feel like spring today. I want to feel like this person is going mentally bananas over me. And so when you get into your mood of I am fulfilled, I got what I want, then you're in a position to thought transmit whatever. And you will tell this person, you're gaga over me. Just every day, if you said you're gaga over me, you can't wait to marry me, you're possessed and obsessed, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with that third party. But see how confidently I'm saying it, right? It takes work to get here. It takes work to be like just matter of fact, yeah, duh, of course. You hate this third party. You really love me and you're just realizing it. But that I'm convinced, and I can say it so matter of factly, like, yeah, of course, it's reality. If it's reality in my mind, it's reality in my 360 bubble. And everybody is powerless, and especially my SP is powerless. And they themselves will not realize what just fucking happened. They don't need to fucking realize. It's a different person altogether. When this person comes to you and they confess their love to you, I mean, it will be another person. They will have a different aura around them. They will smile at you. You will notice something's different. It's not the same person. It's not the same person who found all the reasons why we couldn't be together. It's not the same person who was opposing me. It's not the same person as before. This is a person 100% in concert with my energy now. Just like my energy was shed before, and perhaps we used to argue. It's just an example, not out of my life, but I can certainly say in one of my lawsuits, it was like, whatever. Really kind of, it got ugly. But I on purpose turned that relationship around. You see how you can just drop the ugliness if it serves you, if you see something there to be salvaged, okay? As long as, listen, in business relationships is very different than personal relationships, so just be mindful of that as well. But so long as it didn't go to abusive and you see that there's something to be salvaged there and you still have a warm spot for this, maybe a hot spot in your in your heart for this person, everything is possible. And so long as you're telepathically consistent and you have made the decision and you're following through on that decision, and this is where coaching is very, very useful, because on your own, you may go back. You may drop it all together. I've seen this with my clients, okay? Sometimes, they do a session here, do a session there, and this is how I started out on YouTube 3 years ago. No go. It needs to be consistent. This is why 3 times per week, when we rendezvous in signature coaching package, that really helps you because it cements the new reality in your consciousness. You never go back. Once you kind of like, whether you like it or not, your mind needs to be reminded. This is the reality, this is the reality, this is the reality. Until the new reality becomes so yours, it's kind of like becomes your skin. The old reality, it's kind of like you can, I don't want to freak you out, but it's kind of like you're looking at a different person. Like you became a brand new person over here. And you're looking at an old version of yourself and you're like, what have I to do with thee kind of situation? That's exactly what will happen. And you will wonder how the fuck you existed, before, how you functioned before kind of situation. So if you're feeling though that you need to force it and not just do it lightheartedly like this, like just every day with conviction, with confidence, you're madly in love with me. You're losing your mind over me. Do you know the kind of power, first of all, you have over them telepathically? It's enormous. I gotta warn you with this. Like, be benevolent always. Number one, because anything non-benevolent will just return to you. But other than that, the benevolent thoughts, just don't be sadistic, okay? That's not benevolent either. You have no idea how crazy you can drive somebody. And I know this from experience, like over and over and over and over. And it will be like a replica. Your thoughts, your commands telepathically, it will transfer directly to them. It's like you're giving them the script, you're giving them the lines or thoughts, whatever. They get a transcript of what you devised, of what you're cooking up right now. It's fucking scary. Now, add to that the fact that the universe always over delivers, meaning like, let's just say you're sending telepathically a thought, you're madly in love with me, you're losing your mind over me, can't stop thinking about me, losing sleep, all of that. Okay. So that thought went out, and as long as you know, okay, the knowing has to sink in with you. As long as you know that that's exactly what they're thinking, because they are, the universe will over deliver in that that thought will be accompanied by a bunch of other thoughts. Law of attraction, right? Where there's one thought like that, there's a million other thoughts. They're gonna listen, they might get to thinking about marriage on their own. You just gave them the direction that you cannot live without me. Okay, so the subsequent to that, I mean, there are many different things can happen, that they will be stalking you and harassing you. Now, I know for a lot of you, that's like, whoa, that's gonna be so great. Don't get carried away. Okay, it might not be so great because, again, I've experienced that. Just understand whatever you're inserting in their mind. If you are convinced that that's what they're thinking, that is what they're thinking. Be very mindful what you are sending out. But when where there's one thought like that, there's a million others, and they will start thinking of marriage themselves. Just guide them to a different tonality. Again, we go back to the same tonality. If I am in the tonality of excitement, self-love, self-appreciation, look at me, I'm doing fabulously well, chupa chupa chu, my life is extraordinary, I'm on a rise, I'm reinventing myself, don't you know that this energy has now, first of all, shifted you to another timeline, but also got transmuted, telepathically communicated to this SP. And your SP, even if you don't speak to them, no smoke signal, no text message, no nothing, they will start wondering about you. I've had this again happen to me. Some things that I didn't want to experience, meaning from the people that I didn't want to experience, but the exes that come back and start spying on you on social media. Hi, exes, how are you? Don't want to hear from you now. Peeping. You've had your chance. Have a nice day. They will telepathically get the message. Whoa, something's different with Anna. Something's different with you. Insert your name. This is how much power you have. All right. So it's yours. This guy is yours. This girl is yours. They've always been yours. You've just mishandled the situation, mishandled this relationship, but the relationship is still yours. I don't care how much time has gone by. It may have been decades, months, years, what have you. It's not a matter of time. It's a matter of I'm aligned with this reality. I'm now my own best friend, and if I am my own best friend, then I'm in alignment with this reality where they're completely nuts over me. And this I want you to experience so much, because I really want you to see how really, I mean, it's so much easier to drive somebody cuckoo over you than to not, okay, than to have them resent you or whatever drama is happening. Okay, because the resentment, the anger, all of that is so heavy. There's so much heaviness in that energy. Drop that shit. You don't know anybody an explanation, much less yourself. You don't need any kind of like apology at the moment. You will get it later. Right now, right here, the energy needs to shift. If you are to drive them crazy, you are to become the mirror of that person who's driving somebody crazy at a distance, telepathically. And therefore, how are you feeling? Are you still feeling insecure or fearful? Or are you feeling so fucking confident that it's like, bring it on? You know what I mean? Kind of deal. Meaning like, I'm not afraid of anything. No fears, no insecurities, because I know what's going to happen next. I know what is happening right now to this guy or girl. You're going to start to tap in. You're going to start to tap into their thoughts. Because first of all, you've designed this reality. You've telepathically communicated to it, you connected to it, and now you have a direct line to their thoughts. So, of course, on a daily basis, this is how you drive them crazy. Ready? You've already designed the kind of version that's going to come through. You've already designed the kinds of thoughts that they're going to think. You gave them the script, you gave them the program. Now, the consistency of it will drive it home. You want to see the results in the 3D? Be fucking consistent. You can't wake up tomorrow and start saying, oh no, they still hate me, or oh, they're still ignoring me. No, they're not ignoring you. Just start right here, right now. Today, January 31st, okay? Or where, maybe it's February 1st already for you when you're watching, and big thumbs up again, big subscribe. Right here, right now, I'm changing my mind. Is it going to be easy? Nothing is easy. I hate to break it to you, okay? Nobody's gonna come and reconstruct your mind. You're gonna have to massage your mind day in and day out, just like I said in the short, deliberately with consistency, like you're going to the gym. This is my reality, this is my reality, this is my reality. And if this is my reality, what kinds of thoughts do I think that they are thinking? Holy shit, bananas, I think they're gonna melt over there without me right now. They're on fire with passion and love for me. Okay, you can say, and that will be accurate. If you can connect to it, if you can know it, like you know your name, like it's the skin you wear, like the body you wear, like the name you have, that's what the fuck is happening. And provided the energy also change, i.e., emotion, the underlying emotion, what is the first emotion that comes to you when you think of this person? Is it the resentment? Is it the anger? Gotta get rid of that. Gotta process it. What is the first? I want you to be like, the first thing that comes to mind is how crazy they are for me, and it brings a smile to my face because I finally get what I want. Even though I don't see it yet in the 3D, they haven't come to me, they haven't telephoned me, they haven't texted me, haven't sent the smoke signal. I already know, and it makes it imminent and inevitable. If you are convinced, it's inevitable. It's just inevitable. In the minute you become convinced and you let it be, no need to try hard, okay? No need to, just ease into it and be like declaring, this is my reality now. And I refuse to go anywhere else. This is where the home base is. And I'm going to be kind to myself. And if the fears are going to start trying to play the instrument that are my feelings, that is my emotional state, I will refuse access. And I will deliberately point it to something silly again, like cherry blossom, spring is around the corner, my favorite food, my favorite destination to travel, whatever really sets you on fire. And again, if you're going to script this on your own without having come into coaching, you need to deliberately choose words that evoke an emotion within you. And those words you can find today. Yes, words are really powerful. Like my favorite game in the morning, when I get a chance, I don't do it every single day because I have my own scripts and my own index cards, that things that I'm working on, and my own magic spells and quotations, really powerful intentions. But I sometimes like to play with words. So I'll take an index card again and I'll write the word wonderful, let's just say, or incredible. Isn't this just magical? Whatever. Okay, the word or the expression of the day. Very short, not too long. And that day, and it might even spill over into the entire week, depending on how much energy I will imbue it with in the morning. Again, hype yourself up kind of situation. I will see that word everywhere. People will tell me this word. I'll see it on the billboard. I'll see it in the social media. It's like the universe is fucking talking to me. And it is. Now imagine if you started like thought transmitting these kinds of words and pronouncements, these kinds of conversations, like you're already having conversations with that SP, mentally, make no mistake, they're listening again to everything. Now imagine if you thought transmit to them, you can't live without me. At first blush, yeah, right. But eventually, as you kind of like direct, and again, don't try hard. Just whenever, maybe in front of the mirror. That's another one of my favorites. And of course, my mirror has my declarations, when I get ready. But in the mirror, you say to yourself, you know what? I think they're going crazy over me. Holy shit, bananas. Would you believe it? Just, I don't know, a month ago, they were ghosting me, and now their thoughts completely changed. And the person in charge of their thoughts is me. It's not the third party. It's not anybody else. It's you, my darling. Don't pay no mind to that fucking third party. He or she will leave. Don't give them any fucking power. You're the one empowered. If you say, bitch be gone, or whatever, asshole be gone, third party, I mean, because they're bitches and assholes. Even though they're not sometimes, I don't know. They have no power, and with energy work, I will teach you exactly how to just uninvite the person from your reality, or have them conduct themselves in a way that you want them to. Okay, it's a lot of fun, actually. Lead with love. That's the one thing that I kind of wanted to open with, but I just remembered on my notes because I have so fucking many. Lead with love. People need governing, but with love, right? You don't want that third party because you're loving yourself. You want to afford yourself a brand new relationship that you deserve. So it's not about reacting to the third party, it's about reacting to the self love. So if I love myself, this person is not invited. They cannot continue doing what they're doing in my reality. I'm going to unallow that. I'm going to invest time in reworking what I'm thinking, like who can affect my reality and who can do what, this, that, and the other. And even the shitty things that they may be saying or doing, they will turn into my favor magically so if I transport myself into a parallel timeline. And you will be like this Houdini or whatever, a magician who suddenly like transmuted everything in their favor, and even the shit that you used to cry or be upset about before will be used in your favor in such a genius manner. I don't know how the universe does it. Don't ask me. It's the joy of not having to figure it out is immense, okay? But it will all turn into your favor. In other words, let's just say, as an example, that the third party talks badly about you, okay? Or somebody's discouraging them. As an example, doesn't have to be. And you're gonna be like, that turns that person, my SP, meaning that turns my SP off towards that person, and they're defending me. Whereas before, maybe you thought, you know what? Oh, they're believing them and they're getting convinced more and more that I'm no good. Meanwhile, you're the one who's thinking you're no good. Okay. You're agreeing and you're giving permission to your SP, which will the only person we give a fuck about. We don't really give a fuck about the third party. She can go fuck herself or he can go fuck himself. But you are giving yourself you're giving your SP permission to think like they do. Now you don't give that permission anymore. And in your mind, you insert this new scenario. And this new scenario is they're defending you and they're telling the third party off. And geniusly, as I said, this will be one of the things that the universe will use to your advantage to completely turn this person around and make them realize that you're the one. Meanwhile, you were the one the entire time. There's a reason why, just remember this, there's a reason why you're so enamored with this person. Because they're enamored with you too. You just haven't given yourself permission to see that version. You not loving yourself is what brought about this disaster. Okay, or maybe it's not a disaster, but not the situation that you really wanted to experience. Okay, let me take a look at my notes. You guys can ask your questions since you're here. One second. Listen, I can talk here for like 5 hours, but I'm aware that you guys need to rewatch this later. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna check my notes quickly, okay? Right. If you feel like you need to force it, you don't understand what you need to do. If you're still feeling like you need to force it, you're just not believing it. And you're not letting it in naturally, right? When you realize there's no forcing, it's just allowing yourself to tap into this reality, allowing yourself to feel it. Like right here, right now. This is what I actually meant to do also in the beginning, sorry. How about we do a little meditation right here, right now? Okay, those of you who are here and later rewatching, just relax your shoulders for a second. Just relax your shoulders and just like and let all of this angst go. Okay? Let go of all of this angst, all of these fucking thoughts that tormenting you right now, perhaps. All of the drama, mama, panorama. Just can you let it leave? Okay? Just wash over you like dirty water. Okay? And relax your shoulders. Just relax your body. Just like, And one more time. Just breathe in the white light coming from the universe, the universal guidance, your spirit squad, angels, God Himself, the universe itself. Just feel it like coming down from the top of your head all the way down to your fingertips and toes. Just feel the sensation of the truth, the universal truth pouring down through you. And feel like all of these thoughts, they're leaving you. They're leaving you. They're not the truth. They've never been the truth. You're part of the universal energy, and that's the only energy that you belong in, the golden Buddha energy, white light. Okay? And just feel the relaxation just pouring through you and how much closer to God, to universe, to angels, to the authentic version of you you just got. Now imagine this is like this relaxed, beautiful sensation. Imagine this is you. I'm having goosebumps all over my body. Imagine this is you like 90% of your day. Imagine the kinds of miracles that can start pouring through you, through your vessel, because you're a channel, everybody's a channel of their reality. When you're not polluting your consciousness with what could go wrong, what did go wrong, what might go wrong, how wrong things are, this is your clean slate. Okay, at any given moment during your day, you just like, let me tap into my authentic state. What is my authentic state? No worries, no problem, bliss, euphoria, love for the world, love for my SP, love for myself, first and foremost, love for my life. And this is where you might stumble, parenthesis here, because your mind might start bringing up all these other situations that didn't go according to plan, that were shameful, embarrassing, blah, 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 painful. This is what I do in coaching with people to rework all of this stuff so that you make good with all of it. Because the truth is, all of it was good in the sense that, okay, it wasn't good in that certain things were horrible that happened. Certain things were definitely unfair, definitely painful. But the reason you're here today, the person that you are today, with the destiny and destination that you have today, is because of all of those things. For us as humans, yes, it's very difficult to understand sometimes why it happens and why something had to happen. But believe me, it's all part of a beautiful plan. So to make good with all of the mama drama panorama, to welcome new miracles is of paramount importance, and to remind yourself of this connection. This is mama drama panorama of the past. I am a new person now. I belong in my beautiful, brand new ultimate reality where, yeah, no problem. If I want somebody to go gaga, starting to go gaga over me, no fucking problem at all. It seems like it's a big undertaking for you right now. Number one, because you've never experienced it. Number two, because someone's convinced you that your mama drama panorama is more real than your golden Buddha status. It's a lie. It's a huge, gigantic motherfucking lie. This sensation that you just tapped into with me in a little tiny brief meditation, that's your godly power. From that stance, from this energy, you can create anything because you're giving yourself permission to go there. From that clean slate, you can start really delicately wisely and on purpose, choose an emotion, a new emotion that you want to overlay over this person. I'm giving you gold here. I hope you're taking notes. What is it? Is it obsession? Healthy obsession at that? Really, healthy. Yes, healthy obsession in a loving manner. Is it they're dying to call you? Is it they're losing their mind over you and don't have any clue why they're ghosted you and trying to find words to write in a text or an email or a letter? Please forgive me, give me another chance. What do you want to layer over them? Because you have that permission once you wipe your slate clean. If you're bringing in your mama drama panorama, impossible. But if you're becoming a brand new cleansed version of you with a new identity, energetically speaking, with a new idea of what this relationship could bring to you and how much fun this will be, you're there. You're there. Give yourself permission to go there. All right? Let me check my notes, but I think this is it. Like I said, I can be here for 5 hours more. But let me check. Um, 1 second, sorry. So no desperation necessary. Hold on. No desperation is necessary. Just if you're feeling desperate right now, like understand two things. It's gonna prevent you from making this happen, and it's not necessary. You're not desperate. You're not desperate at all. If you can do everything that I just outlined and zero in on one singular reality to the best of your ability, part with Mama Drama Panorama and say, today is such a day that I'm quantum leaping. I'm changing realities. I'm changing worlds. And in this world, these are the laws. Okay. This world consists of only this kind of SP. This world consists of only this kind of money that I'm receiving. And I don't know anything else. This is my reality. This is how I want to construct it, like Legos, from little, tiniest of pieces to the biggest piece. Okay. And the biggest piece, parenthesis here, is you. Because as you know now, if you didn't before, because some different people, different kind of journeys, you're the one in charge with your emotions. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Miss Butterflies. Hi, how are you? I like your pink pelican. Okay, comment. I saw him 2 days ago chatting to a plain girl, and I said to myself, yes, that's what he deserves. Someone plain and basic. You're funny. Guess what happened? Yeah. Yesterday I saw him with his new 3P, a plain and basic girl. You're so cute. I am now convinced we're so powerful and can create anything. Isn't that funny? I had, listen, personally, of course, and my clients, this happens all the time. Okay. I mean, I can think of so many of my clients that said something under their breath, very similar to this, something that worked in their favor or didn't work in their favor, but with a lot of, did you say it with a lot of feeling? Let me ask you that, Miss Butterflies. I love your name. Sorry, username. If you're saying it, listen, things that are said under your breath can still be said with a lot of emotion, even if it's a dismissive kind of emotion, like, well, don't you know he deserves a plain and basic, because you were kind of like upset, right? There was upsetness, there was kind of like discord there. And voila, superstar, the universe showed you, yeah, here we go. So any emotion, so what's your emotions, what's what you're saying, you are a walking and talking magician, you're a walking and talking magic. Okay, so pay attention to that big time. It's the singular. So what do you want to say to him, and what are you trying to achieve out of this relationship, Miss Butterflies, whenever you get to it? Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna wait on that answer because I want to finish this. Um, I forgot to say something. You just started saying. Mm, and it was easy. That's what I wanted to say. It can become very easy. All right. Well, these like I said, these examples, there are so many when you just say something very in a very kind of like under your breath, and then it comes through comes true. So just remember this. Pay attention to what you're sending out. That's it. Pay attention to what you're sending out. If you're feeling desperate right now, that is not an option if you want to change somebody. Okay. You need to realize it's not an option for me to be desperate if I want to govern my reality. People need governing. And the only way that I will govern my SP, my money, whatever, is not with worry, is not with desperation, is not with revenge or anything like that. It's with love. If I'm going to lead my world, I'm going to lead with love. And it's amazing how the universe responds right away when you change your tonality. Because in a different tonality, when you're just wishing well, to the entire universe, no, you don't wish your haters well. I mean, it's just you want to get away from them. That's I'm just speaking for myself. I don't wish anybody ill. That's It's just not the person I am, but I am going to defend myself kind of situation. But other than that, you just reside in love and govern your world with love. There's no need to do anything else. So this is what I'm going to leave you with. When you feel like you're slipping, ask yourself, like, go and write it out. What am I thinking right now? And then look at it. Do you want this to come true? Chances are you don't. Then change your mind right there and then replace it with something diametrically opposed, something that has a more powerful feeling, a more satisfying feeling than this other shitty pronouncement. And you will see that if you do this, I mean, there are many other exercises I can give you in coaching, but you will see that if you are really diligent with your thoughts and choosing, like I said, Legos, piece by piece by piece, constructing your new reality, I mean, in a week's time, okay, if you're really consistent, you will see a transformation in your SP. You will see a transformation in your money as soon as today. And again, the point of coaching is to drive it home so as to cement it. So I mean, it's literally like you looking back at your old self and you're like, I can't believe I was ever this fucking person, which is what I can say today looking back at me when I was 29, like no clue whatsoever, like creation, what's that kind of situation. Okay. Even though in my early childhood, I was, I don't know, doing all sorts of things energetically and seeing things that weren't there and all this kind of stuff, different experiences happened to me. All right, let's step here because I want to make it a little more manageable. I just want to reiterate what I said in the beginning for those of you here. So the offer for the Valentine's Day special, you could say, is that when this goes for everybody, new clients and clients I've already had. From starting today till February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, this is my gift to you. The first introductory session will be free. In other words, it goes like this. You book the session, right? Especially if you're new, so that we can converse and make sure we resonate, that we can work well together. If you're so sure, okay, that no such thing is necessary, you still need to send me an email and tell me why, okay? Because I'm just, I want you to be excited about this investment and I don't want you to misinterpret anything I'm saying. This is not about witchcraft. This is not about manipulation. This is really doing a deep dive on you, nobody else, okay? Nobody else, no revenge, no forcing anybody. I'm not into any of that dark shit. Okay, so the first session, you book the first session, to confirm that we are, to make sure that we're a good match. After that, once we confirm that and you book 2 or 3 months together, they're discounted from 32.50 to 29.50. It's a huge discount minus the first session. So in other words, when you are going to book those 2 months, I will send you a link with the discount with the first session subtracted. Does this make sense? So again, in numbers, for 2 months minus the session and everything that I just explained, regular price is about $6,800, just $5 shy of $6,800. With the discount and minus the session is $5,600. Okay, do the math, like $1,400 discount. For 3 months, it's regularly 10,000, and with the discount and minus the session is $8,500, and that is the amount that you can also have payment installment links. In other words, I'll send you the link. If you say you want the installment payments, I'll send you the link. Let's just say for $8,500, and through Affirm or Klarna, you figure it out. It's done. I'm not involved. You can figure that out, and that's it. You're set for 3 months, and you're set in coaching with your beautiful discount, etc. And then you pay the installments. Okay. I hope this makes sense. You still need to sign the coaching agreement, and look over the very reasonable coaching agreement. But this is now through 14th. Now, kind of like caution, I'm only one person, first come, first served. So in that sense, I will book this right away if you want to secure it, because I might not have any room in my coaching, okay, for everybody. And book it, even if you can't get into the coaching, because this is the limited time offer. Okay, I hope I've said this clear enough. I hope you learned a lot today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Miss Butterflies, for your comment. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate your comments on my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Go rewatch all over again. Until next time. Ciao, ciao. Big kiss.